Hey nerds, welcome to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D's Theories and Conspiracies. I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and we have got a great show to recap and talk about this week. It was a big one for all of you Felinda shippers out there. A lot of fan service to you, but as fun as that was, that's not what we're talking about. There are two things to talk about this week. One was the mystery character hinted to at the very last moments of the episode, and the other is just some more theories I have about Skye's father and maybe the organization or group that he's a part of. So first, let me just say I did put out a video earlier this week that some of this is going to tie into, and this was a theories and conspiracies about the Marvel Civil War and the kind of wider cinematic universe and what's happening. So make sure to check that out because some of what I'm going to say is going to tie into that. Now, the mystery character, we got very little information, but what we did find out is he had carved the star charts or genetic information or whatever that mystery stuff is on the back of that painting. And from that we can assume that he has been injected with the same stuff that Skye and Coulson and Garrett had been injected with, the Kree blood serum. And so from that he's probably seeing these charts, whatever this is. What I'm also assuming is that the church burned down because of him. So I'm assuming he has powers of some sort. And I've searched really hard to try and find any kind of human Kree hybrid that fits the little we know, and there's just not anyone that's coming to mind yet. So we'll have to wait for more information. The one thought is maybe it could be Speedball, because they have mentioned that he's coming up, and he does play a big role in kicking off the Marvel Civil War. So Speedball was not the drug, the new warrior, and he was responsible with his team for the incident at Stamford, Connecticut, with the 600 deaths of innocent civilians that were caught in a superpower battle. But there's really not enough information to assume it's him. It's just a possibility with where we know the cinematic universe is going. Now, the second part that I wanted to talk about, Skye's father. I'm really leaning heavily towards him being the leader of a group called Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is another organization like S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, more like Hydra, evil, where Hydra came out of the Axis and was very, much a part of that. Leviathan came out of the communist area and the communist bloc. So the fact that Skye was found in China being a communist country, that actually plays in nicely. And her dad isn't Chinese, so it's possible he could be Russian, or have Russian background, things like that. Now, Leviathan, their group is kind of looks a lot like they kind of have this squid-like appearance on a lot of their guys, and in the comic, there's a whole backstory of how this came about, but all their soldiers, basically, a lot of them got mutated. Then if you think back to a monster was destroying a village trying to get to Skye, that actually makes a lot of sense. So I think the tie for that could be very strong. Also the fact that it's possible there's alien connections there as well, because Leviathan had strong ties to gathering and collecting alien technology, like they're doing with the obelisk. So that's a pretty compelling case, I think. Also in the comics, S.H.I.E.L.D., Hydra, and Leviathan were part of a larger organization that was collecting alien artifacts. And then, of course, like all secret organizations do, there's betrayal and backstabbing, and then they're all kind of going for each other. And the climax of this three-way battle took place during what was known as the Nick Fury's Secret War. And you had Hydra versus S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Leviathan, just going at it, and a character who played heavily in that was the Daniel Whitehall Kraken. He was a major player in that. So it really does make a lot of sense that this could be where it's going, because we do have this three-way power play. And I think as time goes on, we're going to see a lot more characters that were associated with that come up. So that's kind of all I got for this episode. What do you think? Next week, I think we're going to get a lot of information because we've seen that Reyna is a little more heavily involved in the episode. For you Felinda fans out there, maybe we're going to get another ship for you to compete with you. Is this Freyna? Is that how we want to go? Or Rill? I don't know. Rill doesn't sound as good as Freyna, I think. But anyways, let me know what you think. Make sure to check out my other videos. Definitely check out the Theories and Conspiracies for the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, because I think all of this does tie together. But for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies, this is Brian with Good Nerd, Bad Nerd. Talk nerdy to me.